Good evening. Some of you may remember that I started off growing just some garlic from supermarkets and just popping the bottom of the roots, touching some water in a glass, and they did really well actually. So I thought I'd just show you how we're going to pop them on, ready to go out in the garden in a couple of weeks' time. So I hope you can see this okay. It should be fine, I think. So this was the first lot of garlic that I started off, and you can see the lovely big roots on that now. So they need splitting down, and then I've got a couple of trays of 6. I'm going to put some soil in there, and then this is the second lot that I started off. So I'll just pick the best 12, I think, and pot those on. And yeah, right, so I'm going to put some soil into the containers, and then I'll show you how I split off the garlic cloves into individual ones and pop them in. So I'm just going to pause for a moment just while I get the soil set up. So it's literally just shop bought compost, a bit into each hole, nothing too fancy. There we go, so I've got the soil loaded into each compartment in my little trays, and then I'll split the garlic and see how we get on. So I've got these lovely long roots on there, looking absolutely fabulous. Right, so let's split these off so they split nicely. That one looks very healthy. Fabulous. I think these will, I'm quite hopeful these will do quite well. So sure I don't get any rotten bits on there. Right. So they've not grown so much, so I probably won't bother with them. That one looks good. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Let's see what we've got on here. So I could split this one as well. So that one's not got a shoot yet, but it's got lots of roots. That should do fine. And how are these doing? What have we got here? There we go. I'm taking off any scaggy bits. I end up with mouldy bits in there, so that one's a bit smaller. What are we doing? That's not looking so healthy. That's not looking so healthy. That one's looking alright. And there's another one there. So I might do a couple of doubles. Just stick them in 2 together so they can go there. Got some root coming there. And they're a bit scaggy. So I think that'll be it. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So next is just to pop them in. So it's always a question with garlic, isn't it? How deep to plant it? I think I'm going to go fairly up, so we can always shift them, can't we, when I plant them out. So just pop them in with just the roots into the soil and see how they do. This one's got very long roots. They're going to go all the way to the bottom, hopefully. There we go. I need a bit more soil in that one. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that in a minute. In there. So what I'm just a bit wary about at the moment is I don't want the bulb part to start going rotting. So let's get those now. So I'm going to top up with a bit more soil shortly. Let's get these ones in. So if these do take, there's basically literally just, well, one clove of garlic, as I say, that came from a supermarket, and then the other I was going to put into cooking, but it had already started sprouting, so I might as well pop some of those in as well. And that's another double one, but that doesn't really matter. There we go, so just need to put in a bit more soil around those. So just move those out of the way. So I've put an old cloth down where I'm working just to make it easier to clean up at the end. It tends to be a bit messy this bit, so I'm just shaking a bit more soil. In my world, you can never have too much soil. But right, so that's a little bit, yeah. Do feel free to comment, but how's everyone getting on with this peat-free compost? Is anyone else missing the good old peat compost? I had some last year and it just seemed to dry out rather quickly unless you kept watering it really frequently. So it seems to be not only peat free, but it also now seems to be somewhat kind of grit free, for want of a better word, you know, so actual soil content seems to be quite low these days. Anyway. So yeah, I'd be interested to know what other people think. Just want to get these firmed in. And then once they are firmed in, it'll just be a question of just a little bit of water. So being bulbs, the initial growth is from the nutrition in the bulb itself. And then as the roots get established, it'll start taking nutrients from the soil for this year's growth. So they're looking pretty good. So that's my planted up garlic and camera trouble. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed that little demo. It's quite easy to do, but a bit fun thing to do. This still quite dark nights at the moment as I'm filming this, so I'm limited what I can do in between work and other commitments. So it's just nice to be doing a little bit of something. So I think I'll get these watered up. It's going to be quite cold soon, I believe, probably. So I may not put them in the greenhouse just yet. Try and find a corner here in the conservatory somewhere, safe from Neil. Anyway, so it's nice to be starting something. Looking forward to getting more things out in the garden as we get into the spring. I've got some seeds to plant up. In fact, I might just do that now. I'm just going to pause and I'm going to show you some of the seeds that I got that I'm going to try this year in the new garden. Oh, I was going to say that where we came from, it was very heavy, wet soil, and the garlic never did very well there, unfortunately. But I'm hoping it might do a bit better here, especially in the new raised beds. We shall soon see. Right, I'm just going to pause because I want to just show you a few of the seeds that I bought. Right, so a few different things. I'm not sure, to be honest, exactly what I'm going to grow yet, but this is just some ideas I've been bouncing around. So there's a couple of things from last year. So I've collected some teasel seed from local teasel plants. This is some apricot kernels from the apricot jam that I made last summer. So I read that if you put them in the fridge for a few weeks, it can help the germination. So I'm going to give those a go. So they've been in the fridge. Got some good old clover, which I just thought would be nice to scatter out on the grass on the front there to give us a bit more clover for the wildlife. This is a little bit of Viper's bugloss, which I've never grown, but it's quite pretty and it's good for the wildlife. So I've got some of that. Barbara, my mum, gave us a few sunflower seeds, which I'd like to plant. I love chives, so I'm going to grow some chives. And I love English marigold, so I have got a few of those grown already, but I'll perhaps get a few more of those going. So that's actually, yeah, that's a few things. And then I've always got an eye for a bargain, so there was a special offer on seeds with Sussans recently. So I've got a few shallots to grow. Ooh, it's catching light bits. A few shallots. I've got a few parsnips. I love parsnips and they're relatively easy to grow. We've got some not too hot yellow chilies. Just want to give it a go. I'll come to that last, I think. There's some thyme seeds. I really like thyme, but it can go woody quite quickly. We both like spring onions. I've got a few spring onions. I love black Italian kale. It's called something else here, but I call it Italian kale. And that's a good one because once it's in, you can harvest it all through the winter as well, so it's good for winter greens. So just take a few leaves, it just keeps growing and growing. I've got a bushy kind of basil, because I love basil. There's some oregano, because I had oregano previously, but again it's going to be woody. I'm going to put in some nasturtiums in a flower border because they look pretty and you can eat them, which is always a bonus. I love cucumber, so I've got a bit of cucumber, and I love courgettes. So again, they didn't do very well last year, so I'm hoping they do a bit better this year. And last but not least, I'm slightly regretting this one. So you can grow your own loofah. So it's loofah seeds. Well, the problem is that you have to propagate them in a heated propagator, which I don't have, and you have to keep them really, really warm and in a heated greenhouse. So I know I did buy a heater for the greenhouse, so it's not really set up yet or anything like that. So I'm not sure this will go that well. But anyway, I do also have loofah seeds. So if we're lucky and we get a really sort of stonking hot summer, they might possibly do okay. We shall see. So I didn't pay a lot for them, so it's not a disaster. Anyway, so yeah, so that's some of my thoughts. Things that I might do in the garden this year, and then I've still got already, I found some mullein, so I'm trying to grow a bit of mullein, which is already outside, a bit of comfrey, bit of, I think it's valerian? Anyway, maybe wrong about that. And a gooseberry bush outside, got a raspberry bush out there. I think that's about it. Oh, rhubarb. Simply early. We have, yeah, so that's in. I think that's about it. Yeah, anyway, so quite a lot going on. Exciting times. Gardening, planning. It's just such potluck. You never know when you get to the end of the season what's going to work well, what's going to not work well. Especially now that I'm back working again, timing's going to be tricky. We'll see what we can do. Fabulous. All right, okay, so that's been a bit of a long one. It's been a while since I filmed much, so I just thought it'd be nice to have a quick catch up with you all. So if you've enjoyed the gardening type content for Sandra makes, if you've got any suggestions or comments, do put them below. And yeah, so keep watching, because I think there will be a bit more. I'm not quite sure what yet. Hello again. It's not good weather for birds at the moment. I was just going to say, so on this side of the garden, after we had the rain earlier in 24, I forked over the ground where the water was tending to collect, and we haven't had puddles on this side since I did that. And I did the same over here. Excuse the wobbly camera. It's very windy, so I just need to pull the gates in. And this area where we had it dug over and flattened, I also forked as well, because water was collecting there, and fingers crossed it hasn't been since. So I'm just going to take you to the other side where the new raised beds are and show you what I've been doing. So over on this side of the garden, so I've got some of the things that I planted in the winter, and some have survived and some haven't. That's how it goes. So we'll see if anything comes back in spring. And we've got the new raised beds now, so on Neil's Campsite Warden, the Erstwhile Warden vlog, you'll see that we managed to get some soil now, so the soil's topped up mostly, so could do with a bit more on my side, but that's fixable. So so replanted back in my rhubarb, black currant and horseradish. So this is more going to be perennials in here, so long-term things, and I might replant some other bits as well. But it's definitely not the weather at the moment, as you can probably tell. But what I did do is I forked over, so we're on a bit of a slope on this side going down. So going down towards the caravan there, as you can probably see, the water does tend to collect a bit when it's rained a lot on that side. So I've also now forked over the grassy part on this side. So I'm hoping that'll help more of the water soak in here before it ends up running down the drive. So anyway, so as you can see, it's raining at the moment, so we'll see if we get as much puddling as we tended to up to now. Fingers crossed it'll help a little bit. It certainly helped on the other side. Well, oh, excuse me a moment. Okay, excuse the less than optimal lighting. This is just an ever so quick update. So I started off the garlic a few days ago, which had rooted, and I put them all in soil. So there's my garlic. I think looking quite healthy. So I'm quite pleased how they've come out. And so been doing some work on the raised beds finally managed. Neil tracked down a good source of some soil locally, so that's been fantastic. So a big thanks to Neil and also to Lee for helping with getting the soil over here. So that's a job well done. And so that's the garlic update. And then when we had the strong winds a few days ago, unfortunately, one of my back boxes blew down. So yeah, I did think it might be maybe not the best sheltered spot. Anyway, so we need to have another think on that. The other one stayed up fine around the back, but that one blew down. So we need another home for that back box. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, quite happy with how the garlic's doing. So we'll see how they do, whether we get full cloves, sort of bulbs of cloves of garlic at the end of the season. Hopefully we will, we'll see. And I didn't get time yet to plant any seeds. Hopefully soon. We hope. We always live in hope, eh? Righty-ho. So that should be, I believe, probably the end of this Sandra makes. So, any suggestions for what we might do going forwards? Always feel welcome to drop some comments in there. I've been doing a little bit more, so I'm making another hat a little bit like the one that I made with the red wool. So I did rather like that, but I've given that away now, so I thought maybe just make another one, because I like it too. So I'm working on that in the background. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I keep thinking about having a go at socks, but I feel like I need a bit more headspace to have a go at socks. I've never tried that before, but if you think that might be of interest, let me know. If you want to see me attempt to make a pair of socks, that would definitely be a first. I have got a few weeks away, but when we get to half-term break, I'll have a little bit more time. Could be a thing. We'll see. Right. Anyway, hope you're all doing okay. Those of you further afield, I hope you weren't too badly impacted by the stormy weather we've been having. It's not been too bad over on the east side, fortunately, on this occasion. But I know a lot of places have had it bad, so I hope everyone's doing okay and safe. And speak to you all very soon. Bye for now. So I'm still working on this is actually a second nail bounded hat, but I just liked the wool so much that I'm working on a second one, so it's coming along quite nicely. So one thing I do like to do when I'm working on my crafting projects is to listen to a bit of music. So I just want to show you this rather lovely set of earbuds that we've been sent. They're the CLZ Melody model BC01, and I'm just going to tell you a bit more about these, and there's going to be some more information in the description below. And I have to say, for the price, I've been really impressed with the quality of the sound and the comfort, and really been really excellent. So I'm just going to talk you through a little bit what they are. So they're designed to give you really high resolution sound. So anyone that knows me, I'm really particular about the sound of music, especially with earphones. So these come in a nice little presentation box. As you can see, it tells you about them. They're water resistant, crystal clear sound, designed for comfort. They're very lightweight but very robust as well. So that's just a little bit of an overview. So they are wired, but they are really handy. So I'll just show you. So they come with a C connector, so they'll plug directly into your phone. So you can see they're just really easy to pop in, so no having to find connection or remote Bluetooth or anything like that. You just plug straight in, and then there's a left and a right, and so they just plug in. I hope you can see okay. So they just plug in left and right, and the other one. So it's a little bit, there you go. Okay, so that's in, and then once they're in, the super cool, that one, that's the right hand one that goes into that ear, and then the left hand one just needs, yeah, that's correct actually, but that goes into that ear. And I have to say, they're really, really comfy and snug. So they're designed to be really robust. They've got a 45-degree in-ear design, so you don't get any sound distortion with that. There's a really good robust cable with that, so it's really hard wearing. Lovely, lovely, lovely clear sound, and they're very lightweight, so they're a little bit more bulky than the standard design, but they're still really lightweight and really comfortable to wear. And so if you like running or jogging or things like that, they're not going to fall out, and they just stay really snug on the ears, so that's really good. They're, as I say, detachable, so you can obviously listen to the music through them. So it's got a little controller on the side, so one click will be to play the next song, one click to pause. I've got, getting a phone call as well. There's one click to answer a call. So, hello Neil.
Hello.
I'm going to cut Neil off now because we're recording. There you go. Yeah, so you can see how easy it is to answer phone calls with these as well. And then if you do 2 clicks, it'll take you on to the next song. Or if you didn't want to answer the call at that moment, you can do 2 clicks to reject receiving a call. And then you can use 3 clicks to return back to a previous song that we were listening to. So as I said, I've been using these actually for a couple of weeks now. I've been really, really pleased with them. The sound quality is honestly really excellent, and I really, really enjoy to listen to. I also enjoy listening to other YouTube vlogs and things like that as well. And the sound quality has just been great, so especially if we don't want to disturb Neil or other people in the house, they've been really useful. So as I say, fantastic price on these as well. So if you are interested, there'll be more details in the description below. So do go and have a look. And as I say, the cable, as I say, is very strong as well. It's actually copper with a silver plating on the cable there. So really good quality, really good sound, and definitely, genuinely recommending. So I'll carry on finishing off this hat. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. There will be another one next Sunday, so do keep watching. We're getting into springtime now, so there'll be hopefully a little bit more garden activity coming up soon, and see what else comes along. So thanks so much for watching again. If you have enjoyed it, do give us a thumbs up and a like. And if you like to, even better, then do give us a subscribe. That would be great. And very much looking forward to seeing you on the next one, on the next Sandra Makes.